When Season 1 of the teen drama series Euphoria premiered on HBO Max in the spring of 2019, no one expected the show to turn into the divisive social media storm it is today. But as more and more viewers turned in, witnessing the raw emotions, sensitive content material, and impressive cinematography of each episode, the number of viewers started to grow and grow. And when Season 2 rolled around, so did the die-hard fans. According to HBO, there were 16 million viewers each week when an episode dropped, cementing Euphoria as the second most watched show on HBO in the platform's entire history. Most of the hype came around the time of Season 2's airing. While Season 1 of the show had a relatively sized fan base, Season 2 is when the show really pulled in audience members by the thousands, thanks to TikTok and Twitter. Every Sunday night, like clockwork, memes would be posted about Euphoria episodes, garnering sometimes hundreds of thousands of likes within mere hours. However, over the course of Season 2's airing and after its run had ended, many fans were left with a sour taste in their mouth. Season 2 had taken 3 years to come out after Season 1, due mainly to the COVID-19 pandemic, so when it finally came out, people were ecstatic. However, many believed that the second season was lacking in many places, especially compared to the first season, in terms of character storylines and screen time. Euphoria, for anyone who doesn't know, is a TV show following a group of high school students as they navigate love and friendships in a world of drugs, sex, trauma, and social media. The show is actually inspired by an Israeli TV show of the same name from 2012 that never really took off. The main character's name is Rue Bennett, played by Emmy Award winner and all-around icon Zendaya. The series focuses around her navigating high school, her love life, and her drug addiction, and how the three can intertwine. Other prominent characters in the show include Maddie Perez, the sassy, fashionable, and quotable diva, Cassie, Maddie's best friend who literally just wants a healthy relationship, Nate, Maddie's boyfriend, then ex-boyfriend, then Cassie's boyfriend behind Maddie's back, then ex to both Maddie and Cassie as a result of a huge mid-season blowout.
Nate, are you kidding me? You dumb f***ing... I'm gonna fuck...
Then there's Lexi, Cassie's sister and Rue's childhood friend, who always seems to get the short end of the stick for some reason. There's other characters in the show too, but when it comes to a crash course on Euphoria, those are the main people you need to know. Both seasons of Euphoria have incredible aspects, such as the cinematography and the music. For example, this scene of Cassie crying in a room of flowers inside her mirror. The soundtrack too is also incredible. They've stayed relevant on social media sites long after their initial release alongside the season. However, I think that Season 2 is lacking a few things that Season 1 wasn't, and that the second season should have taken some notes from the first. Mainly, the characterizations and the storylines of each character in the first season. Contrasted to Season 2, each episode is dedicated to at least one different person from the show in Season 1, in one way or another. These close looks at each character allow the viewer to fully immerse themselves in the world of the show, and care more about the characters and their backstories. While Rue is the protagonist of the show, every other side character gets the same amount of plot development, which is what makes the show so enjoyable. The cold opens that start each episode really make you feel for their backstories and for them as a character. After getting such close looks into each of the characters' lives and their backstories, you're thrown into episode 4 of Season 1, which puts almost the entire cast in one setting, a carnival fair, and that's where everything unfolds and everyone's storylines start to blend into each other's. It shows how every character in Euphoria is connected in the storyline, implying the claustrophobia of high school in a small town. Everyone knows everyone knows everything about everyone, etc. It perfectly visualizes the environment of high school culture and high school drama, I think. While Season 2 of Euphoria was undoubtedly gripping as well, I feel that the storylines for each character weren't as good as in Season 1. In the first season, every character was given equal levels of story development and backstory, treating every character as equally important. In Season 2, however, this is thrown way off. Some characters, like Cassie in Season 2, are the sole focus of multiple episodes and the season, while others, like Kat in Season 2, have a couple combined minutes of screen time throughout the entire season altogether, and a lack of a storyline completely, making it seem like she's not as important. Now, what makes Euphoria so enjoyable to watch is seeing all of the characters together in one setting, interacting, and seeing the storylines overlap. That's why everyone's favorite episodes of Euphoria tend to be either the carnival episode in Season 1, the premiere episode of Season 2, where everyone's at the same house party, or Episode 5 of Season 2, inside of Cassie and Lexi's house, where major plot bombshells are dropped.
Bitch, I'm gonna fuck!
Like I said earlier, seeing everyone connected to each other reminds the viewer of high school and how everyone is intertwined in everyone else's drama, which is the appeal of high school nowadays. However, in Season 2, some of the characters couldn't feel more distant. There are 4 storylines happening throughout Season 2. There's Rue and her drug addiction, Nate and Maddie, subsequently Nate and Cassie, and Cal and his gay urges.
Okay, Dad.
And at the end of the show, they somewhat merge at the finale. But if a season is going to wait till the end of the season to bring everything together when only releasing 1 episode a week, meaning waiting a couple of months to get to the end, it should be something great and super connected, like in Season 1. Take Season 1 with the long carnival shot. As you can see in the clip of the scene, the camera first starts on Maddie as she talks to Nate on the phone. Then she walks around the festival. Then the camera moves to Jules and Kat on the Ferris wheel just a few feet away, before panning the camera over to Nate on the other end of the phone call, before Nate and Maddie end up meeting in person later. Compare that to Season 2's storylines, where everyone has their own plot and they rarely cross paths, and they're generally just self-contained. Now, Sam Levinson, the creator of Euphoria, had 2 years to write the script after Season 1 finished, and was known to rewrite the script multiple times, even rewriting the script days before shooting began sometimes for certain scenes. So it feels weird that the storylines are still like this, especially when Season 1 did it so well first. Now, of course, like I said earlier, this doesn't mean that Season 2 of Euphoria is terrible and that the entire show should be thrown in the trash and never consumed again, especially since Season 3 is already confirmed. I just believe that the writers should go back to their roots and focus on what gave the show its initial popularity, which is the characters and the stories. The internet has been very vocal about how Season 2 felt different than the premiere season, so I'm hopeful that the show creators will listen to their fanbase and make steps towards improving the show and how it's written. Until then, I guess I'll just keep rewatching.